Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking more fallout from TGIF and what the heck is going on, you guys. What is the latest update? Is the show canceled? Is the show on hiatus? What is happening? What is going on? So a couple of housekeeping things. I want to shout out to the YouTuber Mims, because that was the first place that I saw reported that potentially TGIF is either going to be on hiatus or potentially eventually canceled, right? Now, nonetheless, I'm not sure in the event that's actually, you know, I haven't seen like an official press release or anything yet. I've checked the Foxhole website. I've checked online. It's still listing and making it seem like tonight at 8 is going to be a new episode. But of course, I will do my due diligence to continue to keep an eye out to see whether or not there's going to be an official announcement of sorts that is going to say, hey, we're on vacation, or we're on hiatus till July, or something that speaks to the audience to let them know, hey, we're not going to have any new episodes. I know that the cast is in Vegas and everything else, and we just got to talk about some things, a lot of the fallout and follow up from Tasha K inserting herself, right? And so here's the thing for me, right? Tasha K, I don't understand, you know, whatever capacity, you know, Claudia Jordan wants to diminish her interaction with Tasha K, fine. However, it does appear that you at least went out to eat one time. It appears that there had been some type of conversations, whether these are DMs, text message, what have you. However, Tasha K put a little butter on it, embellished a little bit per my last video, where there was no receipt of her actually saying the slur. All really the alleged text exchange proved was somebody being upset at their job, being upset with the coworker, and feeling, you know, a certain type of way about a coworker, which all of us at one point or another have felt a certain way about a coworker, have all felt a certain type of way about, you know, somebody getting on our nerves, or somebody we felt is trying to sabotage us, or all of these things, right? The difference is we're not putting it on blast. Like, it's not in a public platform like this is, right? Also, you know, if in fact this show is on hiatus or potentially to be canceled, it's not just because of the roast. I want to make that clear, right? Here's the thing. The show's been on a decline since the announcement of Funky Day Neva's departure from the show. The ratings, the views have not been the same, you guys. Like, we can keep that a buck, right? And this thing that they're trying to do with this fourth co-host thing to try to make the show pop again, you know, we'll see what comes of that, right? But if it is true of what is being alleged in the roast, because it really wasn't, it was a drag. Al got dragged, right? If it's really, you know, true that Al Reynolds is trying to get the show canceled, is trying to get the show taken off the air, and we know at least the episode for the birthday roast is not on YouTube, and also there's rumblings that the episode where Lunel is questioning whether or not Star Jones knew about Al Reynolds' sexuality, there's rumors that that's also taken down as well. You know, and Claudia Jordan confirming that, you know, Al Reynolds has some type of power with Foxhole. Like, it's a whole mess. Here's my thing, right? If this is on hiatus, if this is on the track of being canceled, how do you F up this bag, you guys? How do you mess up the easiest bag? Have you guys ever read the book, The 4-Hour Work Week, or the 12-Week a Year book? Have any of you guys read that? Because I do not understand a 1-hour show, or sometimes a little bit longer, where you are talking about latest celebrity news and gossip, trending topics, reality TV stuff. I don't understand. And then every once in a while, some interviews with some people that want to promote some things or what have you. And you tape only 4 days a week because you tape the Friday episode on Thursdays, right?
So really, you're doing what, 4 or 5 hours out of a whole 40-hour week. Maybe no more than 2 hours a day, if that. If you have to, you know, incorporate any type of pre-planning meetings or what have you, and you're telling me that you can't keep it cute and mute for the cameras for that. You can't, you know, go on without any personal digs or personal attacks, or it's that bad. The gossiping and things are that bad that you're still allegedly confiding in Funky Dineva, and all of this stuff is just like spilling over, and people are talking to Tasha K. I have no idea why people are still talking to Tasha K. When the judgment came out for the $4 million that Tasha K still has yet to pay Cardi B, I have no idea what people are still confiding anything in Tasha K. Listen, I don't care if it's a dinner, I don't care if it's a phone call, I don't care if it's a text message, I don't care if it's a DM. Assume that Tasha K is going to keep receipts of everything, regardless if you say it's off the record or not, right? Unless you are a Nicki Minaj or somebody that is going to have an ironclad NDA off the rip to make sure you do not say anything about me ever, we really, you know, should just assume, as far as Tasha K concerns, that she is going to utilize any type of communication or interaction with you sometime in the future when it benefits her. And that's exactly what she did as it pertains to this TGIF situation. She inserted herself right in, you know, said that she had receipts. The receipts are questionable to an extent, because it doesn't technically say that Claudia Jordan said the slur that Tasha K is referring to. So that's still in question. But nonetheless, you know, the show's been on a decline, right? But if it's canoodling going on behind the scenes of people actually trying to actively sabotage their own show that they're allegedly making $250,000 a year on, that has nothing to do with us, right? We're just reporting the news. We're just reporting the mess. We're just reacting to all of the chaos. But that has nothing to do with us as far as I'm concerned, right? That's something internal, right? That you guys need to work out yourself. You need to find out why your coworker is trying to sabotage you, why your coworker is allegedly going behind people's back, trying to get people fired, trying to get the show taken off the air, and getting approval to have episodes removed off of YouTube that is supposed to be generating the income and revenue for the company. I don't understand working 4 or 5 hours a week, 4 days a week, and everything's provided to you, everything's at your disposal, and you still can't get along, you still can't find a way to make this work. It's the easiest job ever to give your opinion on celebrity news and gossip, where people are barely making any money on YouTube doing the same thing. Make it make sense, right? But I can't believe that we are just, there's so much effery, right? And this is why so many people get frustrated, because it's like, this is an opportunity of a lifetime to work together. Now, say what you want about the parent company, Fox News, and the owner and their views, their political views, and all of the things, right? But ultimately, you still decided to sign a contract. You still decided to sign on the dotted line, right? Because you saw the dollar signs, you saw the opportunity, you saw the benefits, and said that that outweighed the negative, right? But I'm gonna need people to find a way to work as a cohesive group, right? I don't believe this is a PR stunt. I believe this is built up emotions, built up anger, built up jealousy, and all of the things, right? But what I don't understand is why there's so much chatter. Why is there so much controversy for a 1 hour show? Like I don't get it at all. And who are all these alleged people that have all this tea, that have all this information of all of this alleged behind the scene tomfoolery that is taking place? Why is everything such a mess when this is supposed to be the easiest bag ever? And you have Claudia Jordan going on platforms saying she just wants the show to be, you know, running smoothly, and that she can work with anybody regardless, and all these things. But it's like, there's been so much damage that has been done, you guys. There's just been so much madness that has happened. And it's like, why? For $250,000 a year, wouldn't you want to be doing your best? Wouldn't you want to be keeping your professional relationships, your networking opportunities at the appropriate level, at the appropriate rapport with others? Instead of showing out like this in front of the world, in front of everybody, in front of your bosses? Why? And so if they came back and said, listen, we're not dealing with this tomfoolery, we're not dealing with all this mess, we're pulling the show off the air for a little bit until you guys can understand how this works. It's absolutely an embarrassment. This show's been out for what, a few years? And it's steadily been on the decline. But reality set in when Funky Dineva was going live at the same time as DJIF to prove a point that he still was going to be the talent and the on-demand and the draw, right? So he proved his point, right? But ultimately, what is the cost of all of this drama and fallout when it's all said and done? What did we really achieve, right? And all it's telling me is either people are greedy, people are jealous, people are insecure, people are trying to make a toxic work environment happen on one of the easiest jobs ever. People are trying to utilize this opportunity and parlay it into other ones, but are trying to actively kill the opportunity that got them here in the first place. And basically come for the person that brought them here to get this opportunity. That's the other thing I don't understand too. And this always happens on reality TV shows. Whoever the person is that created it or brought you on, the moment that they get on camera, then all of a sudden they're high and mighty. Then all of a sudden they're entitled. Then all of a sudden they think that they can get rid of you. And you're the one that gave the recommendation for them to be hired. You're the one that went to bat for them, to the executives, to management, to say, hey, we think this person would be a good fit. And then they turn around, they get the opportunity, and then they give you their bleep to kiss. And you're still supposed to, through all of this, maintain decorum, maintain professionalism, but it gets to a point where it's like, okay, enough is enough, right? And it's easy to make certain people the scapegoat, but nobody looks good in this, you guys. Nobody looks good in this, right? Armand Wiggins is going to Armand Wiggins, right? So nobody should have been surprised when an opportunity presented itself for him to drag somebody and drag his own coworker for filth, that he was going to take that chance. Birthday or no birthday, roast or no roast. He was going to drag him, right? Nobody should be surprised that Al Reynolds knows how to keep it cute for the cameras, but showed his slip, showed who he really was in that phone call with Funky Dineva on what he really feels, right? And as for Claudia Jordan, there's been so many stories, right? And I'll say this, right? You probably trusted the wrong people is the problem, right? You confided in the wrong people of your concerns, of your stress, of the people that you can't stand or the people who are getting on your nerves. You trusted the wrong people, because if you're confiding in somebody about that and they're sharing those text messages or they're displaying those receipts or they're going to tell the person directly who you have an issue with, you're talking to the wrong person. There has to be better discernment at this point. You've been in this industry for how long? So the fact that things that you're telling people are so easily able to get traced back to others and get traced back to the source of the person you're talking about is completely and utterly insane. That means, Claudia, these people that you think that are your friends, they're not. They're no better than the average blogger who is looking to get tea and expose it when the time presents itself. But we have to do better, right? If you've fallen out with Al Reynolds, if you had already not been cool for months, and then you're still trying to talk to him about the Funky Dineva situation, and he's running it back allegedly to Funky Dineva, What did you think was going to happen? And we can see clear as day that Al Reynolds and Funky Dineva are still cool with each other. And perhaps there would have been an opportunity for there to be a resolve between Funky Dineva and Claudia Jordan, but it was clear as day that there was going to be a division of some sort. And escalating things and being messy and sharing conversations, sharing whatever is being relayed to you that you think is being shared in confidence and they're telling the source directly isn't cool either. But at the same token, everybody can't be lying, right? So it's like, you can vent, you can be frustrated about your job, you can be frustrated with your coworker, you could feel a coworker is trying to get rid of you or take your show away from you, fine. But consider the people that you're talking to. And you should know better than anybody that nobody in this industry is loyal, right? People have to prove that they're not going to be two-faced, and then when the opportunity presents itself, put you on blast when they see an opportunity, right? Because that's what people feel what happened with this birthday drag. That you were holding on to some things, Armand obviously was holding on to some things, and then it just let out, right? Because the backlash people were anticipating Armand getting, people were like, oh, that's Armand, that's how he is, right? And so now everybody is trying to circle back. Okay, whose fault is this? Is this Al Reynolds' fault? Is this Claudia Jordan's fault? And all the things, right? Because everybody's like, oh, well, Armand's the new guy. And if you watch his YouTube, you know how he is, right? You knew what you were signing up for, right? So in the end, what did this achieve, right? What did we accomplish in doing this, right? And that's the piece that, you know, ultimately we need to get to the bottom of. We absolutely need to get to the bottom of. But this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Like I said, I'll continue to monitor this to see whether or not, you know, the show, in fact, is going to be on hiatus or is going to get canceled eventually. Or if this is the last run, this is the last year of the show. I just don't understand fumbling this type of money for the easiest work week ever. Do you know how many people would kill to have a job this easy? Right? Because here's the thing too, you're a public figure and you know that you're going to get backlash depending on how you view certain topics, right? On what your opinion is on certain topics, right? But you have thick skin, you can take it, you know, with the punches, right? But then once it starts getting personal internally and you involve corporate, you allege things about corporate, you allege things about your bosses, then it's no longer, you know, about a show and putting on a good show. Now it's about seeing how far you can take somebody else down or potentially take somebody else out. But the question is going to be, really the answer really is going to be, who really is going to end up holding the bag when this is all said and done, right? But this is too much controversy and too much chaos for a show, like I said, that you guys tape 4 days a week. Or, you know, for what, 4 or 5 hours at best, to just give your unfiltered opinion on celebrity news and gossip. Now, it would help if some of the co-hosts that Claudia has would do the research on some of the topics and have accurate information and have all of the information before just talking out the side of their neck. That would kind of help the show. But at least, you know, say what you want about Funky Dineva, at least he was going to stand on business and give his opinion. Even if he was going to get hate for it, even if he was going to get dragged for it, even if it was completely out of line. He was at least going to be informed on the topic and give his opinion and keep it moving. But the fact that people refuse to research things and just say anything, and you have the easiest job to look into the trending topics that you're going to be discussing on the show and not have all the facts and say something completely and utterly ridiculous about the Air Force, like, just make it make sense. So there's that. Let me know your guys' thoughts about this. What do you think of the rumors that TGIF is on hiatus and on the road to cancellation, you guys? Who do you think's fault this is? And why do you think people are so easily able to fumble a $250,000 bag like this for a 4-hour work week, you guys? Make it make sense. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.